Yo, what is good, YouTube? Krishan checking back in with another video. I have a few topics I want to discuss with you guys today, but first make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel. So as you guys can see, the first guy we're going to talk about is our current reigning Mr. Olympia, Hadi Choopan. But of course, we never really know if an update is recent when we're talking about Hadi. But hopefully Hadi can get over here a little bit earlier this year, maybe 6 to 10 weeks out from the Mr. Olympia. I think that will really help him in nailing his peaking process on the first day. As we all know, Hadi Choopan always looks like Mr. Olympia on the second day, but the first day he does come in a little bit watery, sometimes a little bit flat. But everyone talks about if Samson Data improves, he can possibly win the title. If Nick Walker brings up the quads, he can possibly win. Even Derek Lunsford can possibly win the title. But no one is really talking about what if Hadi Choopan is improved. As we all know, it is very, very hard, almost impossible, to knock out a Mr. Olympia who has improved on his last year's package. The only time I can remember that happening is when Dexter Jackson lost in 2009, but there was a well-deserved win for Jay Cutler. Speaking of, we will be talking about Jay a little bit later in this video, but Hadi looks very impressive here. Do not count this guy out for winning a second Olympia title. And I thought I should let you guys know that Big Ramy is in Pittsburgh and he will be guest posing tomorrow. A lot of people wasn't sure if Ramy was going to make it because he missed this last year, but personally, I'm really looking forward to seeing Big Ramy. From the Mr. Olympia to the Arnold Classic, this guy made a lot of improvements, but all of those were kind of overshadowed because he plays fourth. But I'm not sure how Big Ramy is going to look tomorrow. He did the Mr. Olympia and the Arnold Classic, so it's very possible that Ramy is currently in a health phase or finishing up that health phase about to start his offseason. Either way, I'm looking forward to seeing this guy tomorrow, and we can't forget that is Natalia Coelho right next to him. Now let's switch over to Nick Walker, who will also be guest posing in Pittsburgh tomorrow. And I'm not sure exactly how much Nick Walker weighs right now, probably somewhere between 280 and 285. But this guy is 5'7", carrying almost 300 pounds and is in great condition. That's still crazy to me. And it looks like Nick Walker has added some density to his back. Let's hope he's able to keep that as he dies down. And he's also keeping the waist pretty tight. Now the next guy we're going to talk about is Michal Krizo, who recently posted up some updates. Michal Krizo is 5 weeks out from the Pro Classic, and as far as I know right now, his biggest competition will be Joanne Perdels, who will be making his pro debut. And I know Krizo placed 12th at the Mr. Olympia, but I think this guy should have been invited to the Pittsburgh Pro. I think the fans really like him, but I'm looking forward to seeing Krizo on stage soon. Hopefully he's in condition. And let's switch over to Jay Cutler, who recently posted up an update. As we all should know by now, Jay is not competing. He just wants to get in better shape by the time he's 50. But Jay did rumor on a podcast that if he's in great shape by the Masters Olympia, it's a possibility that we see a guest posing. But it's always great to see Jay talk about Jay, one of the best ambassadors in our sport. Now let's switch over to Classic Physique. We have a recent update from Robert Timms. Let me know in the comment section below, how do you guys think Robert is looking? Have the legs came up? Is his physique more proportional top to bottom now? And honestly, I can't say if the legs have came up or not, but I can say Robert's physique as a whole has improved. Now, there are multiple guys that place in the top 10 at the Olympia that don't have the biggest legs. Probably the highest placer, Breon Ansley. Breon doesn't have the biggest quads, but he's still a top 5 placer at the Mr. Olympia. I don't think it's too far-fetched to believe that Robert can find himself in that top 10, maybe even a little bit higher than that. Now, speaking of Breon Ansley, the Black Swan, he recently posted up an update. This is definitely the biggest I've ever seen Breon Ansley, and I'm so happy that this guy doesn't have to lose muscle dieting down to the Classic Physique division. Breon is now the 212, and he can finally let his physique breathe. Front double bicep looks very impressive. Take a look at the biceps of Breon Ansley, and also the legs look a lot better now. They have a lot more volume, a lot more density. Still not the biggest sweeps, but the legs look better. Hopefully he's able to maintain this size once he dies down for a show. But let me know in the comment section below, how do you guys think Breon will do in the 212 division? And as I was making this video, pictures from prejudging at Pittsburgh Pro went live. This is your top 2 in the Classic Physique division. Michael DeBull versus Eric Wildberger. And this guy, Eric Wildberger, I had no idea who he was prior to this show. This guy looks crazy next to Michael DeBull. But overall, I still prefer Michael in this front double bicep. This guy has next level conditioning and also a smaller waist. We're just going to quickly run through these poses. Now, actually taking a look at the back double bicep, I think Eric is winning this shot. Michael isn't posing this to the best of his ability. Take a look at the conditioning of this guy. He's standing next to Michael DeBull, not really getting out conditioned. And this guy's back is just bubbles on bubbles. And take a look at the side chest pose. Another shot for Eric in my personal opinion. This guy is bigger and pretty much matching Michael the Bull or very, very close as far as conditioning goes. Take a look at that chest. That's a big man's chest if I ever seen it. Shout out Mark's Max Muscle. Now looking at this abdomen thigh shot, I prefer Michael the Bull. This guy has some crazy quad sweeps, crazy separation. Also has a better V-taper and a smaller waist. Eric has a wider waist, which does hurt him a little bit, but he does know how to tilt occasionally to make it look a little bit smaller. And the last shot, of course, the favorite classic pose. This shot is also going to go to Michael the Bull for all the reasons I just stated. And again, I want to give a huge shout out to Eric because this guy came out of nowhere and he's matching up very well against a top classic physique Olympian. But I think Michael's conditioning and his smaller waist just pushes him over the top. But let me know in the comment section below, what do you guys think? But let's go ahead and wrap up today's video here with the archive of the day. You guys let me know in the comment section below who is this bodybuilder. And as always, I hope you guys did indeed enjoy this video. If you haven't done so already, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm Krishan from GOAT Fitness, and that's it. I'm out.